Good morning. I'm so glad it's spring, aren't you? Wait, it's not spring, it's November. But why does it feel like spring? I think it's because most of my friends and family are from Indiana and they're Indiana basketball fans. And every day to an Indiana basketball fan feels like March Madness. Basketball is something that's deeply rooted in Indiana's history. One might even say it's part of a native Hoosiers' cultural heritage. I know it's part of mine. Cultural heritage is a legacy. A legacy is something that you're proud of. It's something that you remember, and it's something that you love. And all of those attributes describe the way people feel about Indiana basketball. Indiana is the birthplace of legendary small forward Larry Bird. He was a perennial champion and all-star. It's also the birthplace of John Wooden, who went on to coach UCLA to 11 national championships. Indy University itself has 5 national championships. Notice the common theme throughout everything I said, championships. It's relative to Indiana basketball. It's also home to 8 of the 10 largest high school basketball gymnasiums in the country, according to maxpreps.com. Let that sink in for a second. 8 of the 10 largest high school gymnasiums in the country are located in the state of Indiana. Some of my earliest memories as a child are watching Reggie Miller and the Indiana Pacers play well throughout the playoffs in the mid-90s. Whenever I think about those memories, I think about my father, just my childhood in general, and the state of Indiana. And that's part of the reason why for me and my family that Indiana basketball is part of our cultural heritage. But it doesn't stop at the professional level. No, as I said before, Indiana University has 5 national championships, and many people that I know live and die by the Indiana Hoosiers. Now, if you think it's just professional and college basketball that's important in Indiana, you're wrong. As I said before, 8 out of the 10 largest high school basketball stadiums in the country are located in the state of Indiana. I remember my days in high school basketball. Unfortunately, my career was short-lived. However, that did not stop me from attending the games. I played high school basketball in 2005. 6 years earlier, in '99, my high school had won the state championship. I remember walking through the halls outside of the gymnasium. I could feel the ghosts of the players before me in the best of ways. It rang true as cultural heritage. Indiana basketball is important to everyone around it. Prior to my naval career, I was a truck driver. I spent a lot of times driving through small towns. One thing that remained consistent throughout those small towns was basketball goals. People were playing on them. Small towns, even large cities in the state of Indiana, there was always a basketball hoop, whether it was one that was built from plywood hanging on a barn or a nice state-of-the-art goal, and there was always a kid or an adult playing on it, because basketball is important in our state and in our lives being native Hoosiers. I grew up sharing the joys of Indiana basketball with my friends and family, and I know if I were to ask them, they would claim it as part of their cultural heritage. And there are a lot of native Hoosiers out there that I think would say the same thing. Whether or not they're actual Indiana Hoosiers fans, they would consider Indiana basketball to be part of their cultural heritage, as do I. Thank you.